Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern, Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they do harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here come the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
What up? All right, so the president, brother, Berry, aka and y'all know we back, Jack. We about to get straight to it. Hold on, let me do this real quick one time. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. You know.
Hey, Lance. I'm thirsty to swing that door. Talking about bees and I'm up like 4.
Forever go under the cocaine, break won't fold, nigga, that's how I go. 15 going on his start popping them perks, nigga, that's how I turn to a goblin. My bro be chase shit down like Metcalf, you know he stand on top, yeah. All the odds flying, them niggas ain't up on shit, be the reason they dying. All the smokers love me in my trap, boom, my caffeine, bitches auntie. A Mary head to toe, these bitches glaze and they love my attire. I don't want your bitch, cause she too basic, don't got what I require. Presidential bitch, this shit here, and I feel like Donald J. We catch out, we stretching him. Yeah, it's blood on my hands, I done left niggas. How about shooting from close like Westbrook? Heard my name in the field like Russell. Try the nigga in his face trying to tussle. If you ain't trying to go slide, nigga, go hustle. But don't just be standing around, that's how niggas get killed, bad. Get you a pistol. Pulled up in a Porsche truck, nigga. This my shit, this ain't no rental. It might be a Johnny, a striker. She can't eat dick, won't wife her. ARP got range like a sniper. She can take dick good, so I like her. He ain't never do shit, that nigga a bitch. He ain't got no bodies, he bluffing. 50,000 my wrist shit busting. No cap for my rap, I'm thugging.
You gon' need another handshot count on my body. Sure, she fuck, I done finally got it. I do a bitch bad, the bitch on line. Outside on the 4 or 5 deep in the John. All these niggas keep telling when they ask about body. You're saying with the fist RP little quad. Nigga, they think my man baby ain't gon' slime. Put my dick in this bitch, now this bitch gon' line. The first thing they say when they talk about slide. I feel it, don't use it, I'm taking it. Bitch, I run, he ain't needs to be chasing a black truck, and we all got drinks in it. Facing school, you know that I'm facing them. She want from me, sit here, and I'm dangerous. On TV, all the blocks can't hang with us. And you gotta catch a bite to gang with us. You got hit with a 10 that's changing them. Talk school game, bros, he created. The last one we caught was stuck on the pavement. I sitting on his head, I'm collecting the pay. Got hit with the button, would have thought he was tanking. I know she back door, I'm gonna still take my chance. Get up with the fully turn to a dance. He's talking to bitch and this nigga keep panicking. Take him out the beat, he can never come back again. Never, nigga. Take him out the beat.
So that was the song, allegedly, they got this young boy body. Yeah. What up? It's your brother, Roger Bear, aka Stats with the Facts. And we back for part 2. I got a couple pre-recorders coming for y'all as well, but we're gonna talk about this situation right here because this falls right in line with what I'll be talking to y'all about when I'm talking about this violent radicalization. Now, if y'all remember, right? If y'all remember, about a year ago, man. If I'm mistaken, about a year ago. You know what I'm talking about? Gillie the kid. Right? His son got bodied about a year ago, man. Young Cheese. I think that was his name. If I'm mistaken. Young Cheese. I'm going to pull a picture up right now for y'all. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Right? Young Cheese, man. Young Cheese got bodied last year, I think, man. Yeah, man. And allegedly, this guy right here did it. Hold on, let's revisit this from last year, though. Right? You know what I'm talking about? All right, we're going to get to it right now. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. All right? All right? The boy Charleston White was on some bullshit, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man.
This is wild. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. Philly rapper / basketball player, however y'all want to call it. You know, all the blogs posting him saying that he allegedly took out Gillie's son, YG Cheese, man.
That's his name, YG Cheese.
Right now we got a news video. CBS Philadelphia news channel posted, you know, a video of him. Well, I should say a clip of the incident. Now, dude just got on the live in Philly. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I drop. And also, just to be notified on this situation. And also hit that like button as well while you're ready. Now, I don't know why these dudes be trying to jump off the porch at a young age. Especially if you in sports, man. I feel like, me personally, you should have no reason to be trying to be in the streets. No reason trying to be hard, trying to fit in. Like, you just miss your opportunity to make it in the league, bro. You know, I heard he had like 3, like he trying to get drafted or something like that, man. Dude just ended his.
Shout out to this young brother right here. I got sauce, man. Go subscribe to the young brother. I like his commentary, man. He a young brother who actually has some critical thinking, and he gives good takes on certain topics and issues as a young brother, man. So shout out to that young brother, man. Go subscribe to him. Let's go.
Whole career. Literally.
See, I don't go to the media sources, man. I go to my brethren, man. I'd rather listen to my brethren's take on it because we live from the turf and we can speak on this in a better way than the mainstream media sources can.
Trying to be street. And, you know, from the look, like, if you just look at him, man, it looked like he one of them dudes that try to be, you know, that try to act tough when he around his homies, man. We all got that one friend that try to act hard when they get around somebody, man. It seems like he the type of person that does that stuff, man. You feel me? And not to mention, man, you know, like I just said, a lot of blogs is saying that he allegedly took out Gillie's son. Now, I'm gonna say alleged on that. We don't know for sure. But
this is why I respect the young brother. Allegedly. All right, allegedly, we don't know. This is what the word on the street is. We don't know this to be a fact. We don't know this to be true. We don't know how reliable this information is. We don't know if there's any connections between Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV. We don't know if he has any, you know, formally, officially. We don't know if he was connected to the YG Cheese's death. But the streets of Philly know, right? The streets of Philly know. You understand what I'm saying? And allegedly, this young brother who was a high school star athlete on his way to the league, honor roll student, scored high in test levels, then, you know, like a model student from what I've been gathering about the young brother. But he had an alter ego called Joker OTV, who allegedly was out here actually bodying stuff. So, you know, let's listen to the young boy.
I just want y'all to watch this video right here, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
We're one step closer into figuring out who is responsible. They say they believe they found the vehicle that may be connected to the shooting. Chilling video from a neighbor's security camera captured the moments.
They have the video, but for obvious reasons, we're not going to show it over here at A Real Talk. For some reason, the news can show it, other content creators show it, but when somebody like me show it, I get flagged or something for it. So I'm not doing it. Y'all can go check the video out for yourself. But here it is. I can pull up a still image. How about that? I'm pretty sure I can find the still image. Let me go to this right here. Oh, well, that's not what we wanted to go to. Let me put this. This is going right to it right here. And allegedly, this all happened in front of this dude's mom, man. So, allegedly. Allegedly, this is where it all went down at. All right. Allegedly, this is where it all went down at.
After Noah Scurry, police say the 17-year-old fell high school multiple times as he was getting into a car on his way to school with his mom. Investigators say he was rushed to Albert Einstein Medical Center, where he later... The video also shows a white Jeep Grand Cherokee take off from the alley behind the teen's home on Roar Street early Tuesday morning, right after the shooting. Police say they located the Jeep that matches the description of the car they were looking for in Northeast Philadelphia. Chopper 3 captured it in a police impound lot. And now CBS News Philadelphia has learned that Scurry has been before. Sources tell us back in May of 2023, he was one of 3 15-year-olds Street in Frankfurt. A 66-year-old was killed. That crime is unsolved. As police try to find the people responsible for Scurry's death, the community is distraught. School officials say Scurry was the high school's top scorer on the SATs and a member of the basketball team. The Philadelphia school...
He had the top score out of everybody in his school on the SAT. So he just wasn't a little dumb young nigga, man.
District says there are emergency crisis response counselors on hand for the students.
Oh, so he been doing this. He ain't, my bad, he ain't just jumping.
Yeah, he ain't just jump off the porch. He's been implicated in multiple shootings, multiple altercations. He's been kicked out of school more than 2 times, but still managed to remain a star athlete and maintain honor roll and high scores on the SATs. Let's go.
Off the porch. He been doing this. Y'all know what they say. What goes around comes back around, man.
That's a fact.
That's real.
You do dirt, you get dirt, man.
Come back around. They just showed a video of him literally getting sent up, man. This is wow. I know Gillie the kid, man, watching this stuff, like sitting back like, this is wild, man. And what's so crazy is dude don't even look like he about that life. He don't even look.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, he don't. If there's a look to being about that life, he obviously ain't got it. You know? Now, just to add on to what the young brother just was saying, there's no way to really tell by looking at somebody. Okay, let me correct this. You can kind of tell, especially if you've been in certain environments. Let's say if you've been at a joint, let's say if you grow up in that type of life, then you could probably tell when somebody is like that, though. But you just can never tell. Well, I'm gonna say you can never tell, but sometimes you can't tell. And when it comes to this young brother right here, I gotta say, man, when I think about people I know who are actual deleters, I gotta say the young brother Noah Scurry don't look like the type. He don't look like the type of guy that's like that. But you know, looks can be deceiving clearly. But another thing that I want to get across here is that they're actually, I ain't gonna say there isn't no look, because you know there is a look in certain situations, but nowadays, man, you just don't know, man. These young boys be, like I say, this is why I put violent radicalization in here, because through the internet, which I always tell y'all and I share with y'all via HR 1955, right? That when it comes to violent radicalization, they're using the music to spread it. And when these young brothers see this drill music content on YouTube specifically and especially, is spreading ideologically based violence and in turn violently radicalizing these young brothers. And then they in turn go out into their various communities and they commit crimes such as this, only for the same thing to unfortunately happen to them, right? So, you know, man, I know a lot of guys who, you know, got bodies underneath their belts, man. And I'm telling you, a lot of guys you would never think I was locked up with young brothers, man, young polished brothers, man. And after getting to know them, because naturally a guy like that is we're gonna end up crossing paths because I'm that type of guy. And when you get to talk to these young brothers too, man, young brothers, man, early 20s. And when you get to talking to these young brothers, man, and you have a conversation with them, you're like, well, then, you know, the conversation's gonna come up. Man, how much time you got? And then you be like, man, I got 96 years. Like, damn, 96 years? Brother look like a clean cut young brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is sad, man. It's sad, bro. I'll be the first to say that. I will never disagree. It's sad, man. You know, always understand when y'all tap in with me, when I cover stuff like this, I'm not taking nobody's side. I'm not saying that you implicating that, man. I'm just saying I don't take nobody's side. Nobody wins in this situation. We all lose. The culture lose. Us as FBAs lose. Philly loses. You know what I mean? This young brother could have went and been a nice basketball star, man, a huge basketball star. He could have been the next LeBron or somebody like that. From what I heard, he was the top-ranked athlete in this whole entire state of Pennsylvania. This young brother had things going for himself. But due to the drill culture online, specifically in Philly, he was violently radicalized by ideologically based violence, which in turn essentially turned him and made him a homegrown terrorist, seeing as how he has a repeated known history of this activity or being associated with such activity. This is why I stress how important it is for us to understand the severity of the implications in the legislation of HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. Understand through this spreading of this ideologically based violence through the internet, understand that there's going to be other young boys that are going to be violently radicalized by this because now somebody got to get it now. Now that this is allegedly being said to have been in retaliation for Y&G Cheese's death. Y&G Cheese got people. I mean, this young brother got family, homeboys, who gonna slide for him, and it just keeps going and going and going. Not to mention Gillie. You know, y'all have to know that since it's being said that this is in retaliation or connection to the death of his son, y'all got to understand that Gillie's going to be under questioning now. I hope y'all understand that that's like regular procedure in situations like this. Let's listen to the young boy.
Like he the topical street dude, man, that's just savage, that just like this is just why that's why I say do not judge a book by its cover. You never want to do that, man. Because this dude has so much stuff going on. You know, basketball player, they say he had good grades, A1 student. It's like, how could you want to end all that stuff to be street to try to fit in, man? That's what's wrong with this generation. We would literally put everything to the side just to be street, just to fit in, just to praise another man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know, we sound like old heads now, but to be honest with y'all, we are the old heads now. 40 up. We unking them now, man. And I accept that shit because I don't put enough work in the streets to where I deserve to be called unk because I'm big homie like that. And I still pull the young bras y'all young niggas pull, so it really ain't nothing to me. You feel me? Young bras y'all little young boys can get, I can still get to if I so too. But this culture, if you would, this ideology, if you would, this mindset is being pushed and promoted on the internet specifically through the music, because this is what resonates with young people. And this is why this music, this culture, this death culture, this drill music is being pushed and promoted in the way it is because it is right along and helping to bring into fruition a lot of agendas, a lot of stuff y'all hear me talk about, including, not limited to, HR 1955 with the violent radicalization. See, the more people become violently radicalized, right? And then, because of course the natural thing is, well, something has to be done about this. What are y'all going to do about it? Oh, really? What are we going to do about it? Huh? What they going to do about it? Y'all remember F in Mecca? So, because unintelligent artificial intelligence created rappers can't kill anybody. Oh, but they can violently radicalize somebody to go kill. Now, pay attention to what I just said, y'all. Let's go.
Like, we come from a generation where we just want to fit in so bad. We got to. Any.
That's a fact. Everybody want to be a gangster. Everybody want to be a hitter, a real nigga, a stepper, a gangster, right? Everybody want to be a tough guy. You know, everybody want to have clout. Everybody want to be known to carry a pole or a stick or have bodies. One thing for sure, two things for certain, with this new style of music, we know that LSD is alive and well within this music. I can't stand this new music. It literally pisses me off. All these young boys rapping about is murder, murder, death, 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 death. Straight demonic shit. Right? Try to have a conversation with one of these young brothers, a real, true, solid conversation. These young boys are possessed. Yes, I'm gonna go that far and say that our young brothers are possessed. In every definition or meaning of the definition, they are possessed. Right? Because you have to ask yourself, what would possess, no pun intended, a young brother with so much going for himself, star athlete, doing academically superb, young, whole life ahead of himself, massive opportunities, I'm sure, awaits him or awaited him up until his untimely passing. What would possess a young brother to be in the front, star athlete, academic, good student, but his alter ego is a guy named Joker OTV who goes around murking ops and then making songs about it? See, and this is another way that the system has tricked our young brothers. And I will be the first to say that maybe us as older homies kind of dropped the ball on this a little bit. And I'll say we have. Although it's not our responsibility to raise none of these young boys because they ain't our sons, but it is our responsibility to set a certain tone and pace as I guess old OGs, if you would, you know, to at least try to put our young brothers up on game about what's not the right route to go. But when you got so many old ass, washed up ass dudes still trying to be gangsters, right? 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 When you got old ass niggas still trying to be gangsters at 50 plus years old, man. You know? when we got guys still trying to portray the gangster image at 50 plus years old, and these guys are guys who've been in the limelight for, you know, quite some time. And when our young boys see guys like this guy right here talking about some Sue Whoop, non-trade, all this crazy stuff, they think that it's okay for to do that. They think that this is what the epitome of manhood is to be a gangster. You know, I got money, I got jewelry, you know what I'm talking about? And most of these dudes portraying this image ain't nowhere near a gangster. Right? So just think about that, man. Think about when we see brothers like Jim Jones doing what he doing. Right? Sad situation, man. Sad situation. You know, when I look into this young brother's eyes, I gotta say, man, I don't see that. I don't see what I've seen in on dudes who I know who are the leaders, man. Professional deleters. I don't see that in his eyes. That don't mean it ain't there though. Right? Let's go. Let's talk to listen to the young boy.
Any moment we gotta fit in. And it shouldn't be like that, man. Now this is a sad story. Another team lost his, you know, got unalive over some wild stuff, man. Now the suspect did get arrested, which I believe is Gillie nephew. And you know, mind you, cheese. That's just
No, we about to get to that, right? This is why I say, man. Whenever you do deals with the devil, man, it's only gonna be so long before he come and collect, and you don't know when that's going to be. It could be 10 years from now, 20 years. Hell, it could be the day after you do the deal. But understand, when LSD comes to collect, you ain't gonna win. You did. Now, we about to get to this news clip. I want to finish listening to the young boy. Let's go.
Pretty much that's his cousin, but he got arrested. You know, everybody, you know, all the blogs trying to say he a suspect. You know, they're trying to connect him to this situation that happened with the Joker, dude, however you want to call it, the Joker, Noah. He got so many names, y'all. It's crazy, man. But I ain't.
And keep in mind, y'all, and I'm about to put y'all up on some game, man. I'm about to put the full camera on this too and take my glass. Let y'all know how serious I am with this. And me and my dad gonna get to this when we start Spiritual Roots back up. Understand what I'm about to say to y'all, man. And I mean this. I'm not joking. I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead serious with y'all. Because while we are at physical warfare, we're definitely at spiritual warfare as well. And I want y'all to understand that when people have numerous aliases, when people have all these different names for themselves, I'm Mr. This, AKA this, AKA that, I'm did that, AKA, all of that stuff. I want y'all to understand, just think about when I talk to y'all about compartmentalization. Think about when I talk to y'all about alters, as in altered states of awareness or perception. When our brains or when we experience severe trauma in any way, what our brain does is it splinters off into smaller sections of itself that are known as alters, or short for altered states of awareness, consciousness, or perception. Being that our human brain is a computer, when this happens, these different compartments, being part of the whole, can be individually programmed to do a certain function. And when synced and linked with the right frequency, whatever frequency that alter is connected to will have dominance in the physical display of the person who's suffered from the trauma and who had their psyche splintered up in all these different alters. So with that being said, when we listen to this music, and due to the level of trauma that we all have experienced coming from where we come from, it makes it that much easier for these entities to sync and link with these young boys, which is why they're calling themselves demons, which is why they're saying they're on demon time, which is why they're doing very demonic things, is because a lot of our young boys are, in fact, possessed of the devil. They're not possessed by the devil. They're possessed of the devil. Understand the difference. Me and my dad are going to be getting into this when we start Spiritual Roots back up, man. All right, I just wanted to break that down to y'all real quick so y'all can have a real clear understanding that demonic forces are at work. Please believe it. Let's go.
Trying to pick a side, you know, I'm not from Philly. I just, report the news, man. But I feel like both of their lives matter, man. It's a sad story. You know, I just want to give my condolences to his family, man. Rest in peace, the Joker, a.k.a. Noah. Rest in peace, YG Cheese, man. I feel like, I feel like they both deserve, respect, man. And, I feel like, because, some of the blogs trying to pick sides, and I'm not with all that, man. You feel me? At the end of the day, two young males lost their life due to, I can't say the word, but, if you know, you know. But this, this is another sad story to talk about, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. How do y'all feel about this, these young teens just dropping in Philly, man? Philly is a known area where bodies just drop back to back. Chicago getting to it. St. Louis. We need to end this stuff, man. We really need to end this whole street stuff. A lot of people think, it's cool, it's gangster to be street, man. That ain't gangster. Gangster is really getting your family out the hood.
That's a fact.
Putting your family onto some money, man. Showing a great example for your kids. That's being gangster, man. Putting your family in a better situation, a better environment,
That's
man.
a fact.
It's not gangster, bro. Your mama have to pay for your, she got to pay for your funeral, man. You supposed to be paying for your mother, But your mother it's sad, bro. We be leaving before our parents at a young age, man. Dude probably wasn't nothing but in his teens or probably 20-some years old, man. This is wild. This is wild, man. And I could just feel his pain, man. But y'all know what they say. What's done in the dark must come to the light, man.
Got to.
This is exactly what happened. He did his.
Shout out to the young brother, man. Just sad, man. It's just a sad situation. Right? This is wild, man.
The tragedy surrounding the death.
I'm trying to find the news clip where they said Gillie's nephew might be involved. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social media.
Is that Chris?
I keep telling y'all, bro. This is why I constantly keep saying that, bro. You really have to be in your kid's life and really know what's going on. A kid can be living a whole double life and you don't even know it. It's crazy that this whole article and the whole narrative was that, an innocent little, high school basketball player was gunned down when getting in the car with his mom, and he had the highest SAT scores throughout his school, and come to find out that this dude low-key might have been a demon and was responsible for a couple people's bodies. Crazy how it happened, bro. But one thing I know for sure, what goes up must come down, and there ain't nothing unseen by God. Simple. Man, what is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, bro. Look at Jay here, y'all. Back with another video, man. And today,
shout out to this young
we got
brother,
a crazy
man.
and wild
Look at
video
Jay.
to talk about. Now, it seems like in today's classroom, once again, y'all, we got another update on Mr. Noah Scurry. Yes, y'all, we got another update on Mr. Noah Scurry, aka Joker. Now, it seems like he went by Noah Scurry when he was at school and throughout the day with his parents, but at nighttime, he was Mr. Joker. And come to find out, he was in the streets deeper than we thought, and everything that happened to him wasn't for no reason. Now, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to dig deep into it because they found the Jeep connected to his shooting or whatever. But before we do real quick, y'all know my little routine, man. Just hit that like button, you feel me? And comment, tap in down below, and smash that notification bell. So for one, you can be notified anytime I drop a video, and I can also keep y'all updated on this situation. As I said, man, we got another update on Mr. Noah Scurry, a.k.a. Joker. Now, if y'all don't know, he goes by the name of Joker OTV, at least his rap name, but goes by Noah Scurry throughout the day. Now, y'all know a couple days ago, or 3 or 4 days ago, I made a video about how a guy that goes by the name of Noah Scurry was gunned down, getting in the car with his mom at 7 in the morning, and he had one of the highest SAT scores in his school. And I come to find out he died 24 hours after dropping a diss record or whatever, a drill song, and people were saying that.
Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast, and it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification.
One man that's currently in custody is C-Baby, which is Gillie's nephew, YG Cheese cousin. Now, it's currently unclear why police are speaking to C-Baby or why or what they believe his role in Noah Scurry's death is. C-Baby had a very interesting IG post. Man, the body ain't worth it if the streets don't know you did it. So after allegedly catching the body of Noah, man, he's on the IG story. Listen, Noah, my fan dude chicken cook. Just know they did it first. Blood, whole. He went ahead and said, I feel sorry for his mom, a clown, broken heart emoji. But this right here is the post we got to pause on. He would write, get your rest, Cheesy. That boy gas now.
If you clicked on this video to hear about Gillie's son's killer, I need you to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, Spit Squad, Poetic Flacco has pointed out something very interesting. It's a guy out of Philly. His name is C-Baby, and he's alleged to be Cheese's cousin. Who is Cheese? Cheese is Gillie's son. Gillie's son, the one who was gunned down a few months ago. Rest in peace to him. Now, this story is very interesting because everybody has been on the news up in arms talking about a 17-year-old who ended up getting killed. His name is Noah Scurry, I believe that's his name, and he got killed in front of his mom, and everybody is like, yo, why did he get killed? Why would somebody do something to his? He's a basketball player. He has a high GPA. He's doing great in school. He got D1 offers, and one thing we ended up finding out is that he was a rapper and he released a diss track. And in that diss track, it's believed that he dissed Cheese. And in that diss track, he also spoke about different bodies he had. Now, another thing that they basically saying is that he probably had killed up to maybe 6 people. And this is allegedly. This is what the streets are saying about that young man. And I believe that, you know, if he was into some things in the streets, his mom may have not known the extent of them, but she definitely would know that he was out in the streets. Now, one thing he did to kind of keep his life separate was when he rapped, he always wore a mask on his face. He never put his face out there, so his coaches would have never even knew that that was him rapping. And maybe his coaches did know that was him rapping, but maybe because he didn't put his face out there, the coaches was probably just like, yo, nobody knows who this is. We can't really prove it's him, even though it sounds like him with AI and everything like that. He's doing great in school. He's coming to school. He's not getting in any trouble off the court or outside of school, so we're fine. But they're saying that he was going to be allegedly investigated for a couple of other murders. And they also said that it was a guy in Philadelphia who ended up getting walked down with a switch. And whoever killed him, allegedly, they saying Noah did it, hit that kid in the face, and it basically took his face off. And it's a video where you see a lady walking by him and she say, ugh, his face gone. Now, prayers for those kids who had to see that, man. No child should have to see anything like that. No adult should have to see anything like that, see somebody with their face shot off. But Noah Scurry, the guy that we thought or we believe that was somebody who was wrongfully killed is now coming out to be understood that, you know, it's a possibility that he is allegedly a terror to the neighborhood, and he's tearing the neighborhood down. He's getting rid of people. He's doing some very, very wild things inside of his neighborhood, but he's dead now. And like I said, all of these things are alleged, but the streets are saying this. And as you saw in this other video, one of the most important things to this video was that C-Baby ended up saying, "You can rest now, Cheese, or get your rest," whichever one he said. But you know, when people do that in the hood, when somebody die and everybody start posting pictures of them saying, "Get your rest," or "You can sleep easy," or "That person gone now," that is basically them saying that person is the person who did something to them. So, I mean, this is an unfortunate.
This is crazy, man. And this is what I'm saying about these young boys, man. Somehow it has become cool to commit murder and then rap about it in a song. The young boy just said, what's the point of catching the body if ever don't nobody know about it? That is insane. And I'm telling all y'all young boys right now, they got a spot for you, brother. Trust me, they do. You can hear all this stuff you want about the prisons being overcrowded. Oh, there's always room for one more. Please believe it, man. They got a spot for you, man. A nice spot for you. You did. Let's go, man.
Are your day-to-day expenses piling up? Do you need $100 but don't want to deal with credit checks or high interest rates? Have you heard of Credit Genie?
Rest in essence to all these young brothers, man, because it's sad, man. Cheese gone, this young brother gone, and it ain't going. It's going to keep going and going and going. This young brother Y&G, C-Baby, you know, allegedly he's responsible for this. Another young brother going to be gone, because if he is responsible, he's going to go to the joint, probably for life. And it just keeps going. Then somebody going to slide, and then somebody else going to slide. And then when does it all end? Like the young brother said. And this is why over here at A-Real Talk, we try to focus on making real shit cool. Making manly things cool. Making it cool to be a man, be a father, be a positive role model and influence. You know, be a businessman of a legal kind, man. We promote that over here at A-Real Talk, man. I lived a wild life out here in these streets, man. And I'm very lucky to still be here. A lot of my friends I grew up in the streets with, they are not here. Either one, they in that who's gal for forever and a day times 10, or they ain't never coming back because they dead, right? And y'all don't really hear me talk about a lot that's about things I've been through and things I've done in the street, because that's not what my platform is about. You know, I might occasionally on a story time with Stacks get nostalgic on y'all, but for the most part, I don't talk nothing about what I used to do when I was in the streets or when I was in a joint. For one reason and one reason only. I don't want to be in any way promoting that. And understand, if that is the basis of your content, you are promoting that. Now, whether you promoting that negatively or positively, that's up to you. Because you can sit here and talk about all the stuff you experienced when you was doing your time in the joint, but it's different if you're using that as a platform to tell these young brothers what not to do, what paths to not go down, and what's going to definitely be the results of you being outside. Being outside, going to have your ass inside for quite some time, maybe forever. But see, you got this whole thing, and I'm going to do a show on this, man. You got this whole thing where you got all these guys with the phones in the joint, and we seeing all this footage from inside the joint. You see guys in there eating food and drinking and smoking and jewelry and all this. And these young boys is thinking like, well, hey, man, if I catch a body, I could just go to the joint and it'd be cool. But ain't no females in there though, y'all. That's the one thing a lot of y'all don't take into consideration. Ain't no females in the joint. Not unless they work there. And you got to be a hell of a guy. I'm talking about you got to be a charismatic and magnetic individual to bag a batch in the joint that works there. Most of you niggas ain't that at all. So it's going to be a rough bid for you, man. Right? Let's go. Shout out to the homie Real Oppas. Go subscribe to the young brother. He does commentary on this type of stuff all the time.
We are back in Philadelphia with more on the death of Noah Scurry. It appears that C-Baby from Ozone may have been booked for the hit. Most are saying it's Get Back of YNG Cheese, the son of Gillie the Kid. More details have been emerging quickly. It's all wild. Let's get into it. The story begins with the murder of YNG Cheese, a young man whose life was cut short in a violent act that rocked his family and community. Cheese was more than just Gillie the Kid's son.
Hey, Real Oppa, man. No, we boxing cleverly.
He was a rising figure in his own right, representing promise and potential. His death devastated not only his father, but also those who saw him as a beacon of hope in a world often overshadowed by despair.
Investigating a deadly shooting in Albany that left one person dead and two others.
Rest in the essence of Young Cheese, man. Rest in the essence of that young brother. From what I heard about him at the time, he was up and coming. He was on the rise. He made a name for himself outside of his father. He prided himself on making a name for himself without using his father's clout to do so, although Gillie was hand in hand working with his son in every step of the way. One thing I do respect about Young Cheese, I really didn't hear too much of his music, but I respected that aspect of him. Because how I got hit to Young Cheese was not because of Gillie. I didn't find out Gillie was his dad until the boy died. But I heard his music way before that. Right? Shout out to all the young brothers out there, man. Y'all young brothers tighten up. Hey, y'all young brothers want some game on how to become a man and avoid these type of situations. Come tap in with your brother Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Stacks. I done been through there. I done it all. I done been through that. And I lived through it and I survived it and I'm still here to this day. You know, 2025, we're going to focus on making content for our young brothers too, man. Creating platforms for our young brothers to come and get some game about how to be a goddamn man and separating the difference between what makes you a man and what completely, totally makes you not a man. Right? Let's go, man.
Hospitalized. And this morning, a source close to the family tells us that it is the son of rapper and podcaster Gillie the King. It's his oldest son.
So this all happened around 8 o'clock on the 5800 block of Masher Street. The 25-year-old rapper was rushed to the hospital where he died, shot in the back. Other two men also shot. They are now in stable condition. No arrests have been made.
And so we know that he is, like I said, the oldest son of Gillie the Kid, and Wallow, of course, is very close. They have a podcast together. They're constantly seen together, Wallow and Gillie the King. He wrote this last night. Lil' cuz, usually when I talk to you, I have a lot to tell you. Tonight, the pain in my heart and tears spoke to you. Love you beyond life. I have your father. I got your father, Westwell.
So sad.
So, of course, we're looking at what?
I got your father. I have your father. Rest well. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Learning more, and we're working to get more details about this. But once again, gun violence reaching everyone. No one is immune to it, and how it's affecting so many of our young people and affecting this city nearly every day.
Why y'all think the drill culture is being promoted in the most heavily populated cities of us? Cities where our population are damn near the dominant population is where this drill music is being pushed and promoted. I wonder how many of y'all noticed that. Right? Even to the point where we got drill music across seas. We got London drill, French drill, German drill, Asian drill. I call it death music, man, because that's what it is. Let's go.
Yet in Philadelphia's street culture, grief is rarely met with healing. Instead, it becomes fuel for vengeance. Gillie the Kid, a man who had long navigated the treacherous waters of fame and street credibility, faced the unthinkable loss of his son. For a father, no amount of street justice or police intervention could ever fill the void left by such a tragedy. The pain was palpable, but so too was the anger that rippled through the community. People whispered of revenge, their voices tinged with the grim inevitability of what would come next. In the streets, where respect is currency and pride is everything, Cheese's death demanded retribution. At the center of this rising storm was C-Baby, a childhood friend of Cheese and someone who shared deep ties to the same community. For C-Baby, the loss was more than personal. It was a betrayal, a wound that cut to the core of his loyalty and identity. In the world of Philadelphia's rap and street culture, where diss tracks and public taunts often serve as both battle cries and death sentences, emotions ran hot. The streets became a stage, and vengeance became the next act. C-Baby's grief morphed into rage, and his sights turned to Noah Scurry, a young man linked, whether by evidence or mere association, to Cheese's murder.
Seeing right now, chilling video just obtained by CBS News Philadelphia showing the exact moment a gunman ambushes a local teenager on his way to school right in front of his frantic mother.
Dang.
And new today, police get a major break in this case as they recover a Jeep that they believe could be connected to this very brazen murder. Good afternoon to you, everyone. We're also streaming live for you on CBS News Philadelphia. I'm Natasha Brown.
And I'm Siaf Lewis. CBS News Philadelphia's Carrie Corrado has been leading our coverage on this story. She joins us right now from Fells High School in Summerdale with more. Good afternoon, Carrie.
Good afternoon, Siapa. Police are one step closer into figuring out who is responsible. They say they believe they found a vehicle that may be connected to the shooting. Chilling video from a neighbor's security camera captured the moments after Noah Scurry was shot. Police say the 17-year-old Fells High School...
Man, they pulled up on young Noah while he was on his way to school, Jack. So if you a critical thinking person like me and you from the turf, this sounds like a hit. This sounds like a setup. Or either way it go, you could say that because, you know, maybe they was laying on him, pause. Right? Maybe they was laying on him and checking his movements. Maybe they knew exactly when he was going to school. Maybe somebody gave him some in and put the drop on him. Who knows, man? Let's go.
Senior was shot multiple times as he was getting into a car on his way to school with his mom. Investigators say he was rushed to Albert Einstein Medical Center, where he later died. The video also shows a white Jeep Grand Cherokee take off from the alley behind the teen's home on Rohrer Street early Tuesday morning, right after the shooting. Police say they located the Jeep that matches a description of the car they were looking for in Northeast Philadelphia. Chopper 3 captured it in a police impound lot. And now CBS News Philadelphia has learned that Scurry has been shot before. Sources tell us back in May of 2023, he was one of 3 15-year-olds shot on Mulberry Street in Frankfurt. A 66-year-old was killed. That crime is unsolved. As police try to find the people responsible for Scurry's death, the community is distraught. School officials say Scurry was the high school's top scorer on the SATs and a member of the basketball team. The Philadelphia School District says there are emergency crisis response counselors on hand for the students. Colin Williams, an anti-gun violence advocate, says the trauma is so deep for classmates and family.
To be doing what is routine, what should be safe. In an alleyway.
Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man.
When this man was destined to be great, again, I individually can't place a definition on what type of trauma they must be going through.
Williams says he's concerned for the future of young people.
My biggest fear is to ever become numb to it. You know, because every child that loses their life, that never had the chance to really dream, is heartbreaking.
As for what's next, police are still working to determine a motive, but the community and investigators alike are just wondering why. I'll send it back to you.
Noah, like many others in this volatile environment, was not just a participant, but also a victim of a culture that glorifies violence. Instead of seeking a way out, Noah leaned into the chaos, feeding the same culture that had ensnared him. On social media, he flaunted his alleged involvement, taunting his enemies and reveling in the attention. These posts, meant to assert dominance, ultimately served another purpose. They marked him as a target. The trend of self-snitching, where individuals publicly boast about crimes, has become a dangerous hallmark of this culture. Social media, once a tool for connection, now amplifies conflict, turning private grievances into public spectacles. For Noah, these posts were a fatal miscalculation. By documenting his actions, he not only escalated tensions, but also provided his rivals and, later, law enforcement with a trail of evidence. C-Baby struck back swiftly. In the aftermath, rumors began to swirl that C-Baby had already been arrested for Noah's murder. These whispers coursed through the streets, a mix of speculation and inevitability. If true, the arrest would mark another chapter in a story where actions born of pain and anger lead only to prison cells or graves. For many, the potential arrest was seen as justice served, but for others, it was a stark reminder of the futility of the entire ordeal. No amount of arrests or retribution could bring back the lives lost or heal the wounds inflicted.
None, man. And that's the thing, y'all, man. These young brothers, man. Y'all young brothers out there, man. You know? Y'all young brothers, man. Y'all don't have no respect for life, man. You know what I mean? And it's our duty, our obligation, I think, as older homies, man, to, you know, check our young brothers, man. Try to put them up on game. You know, try to lead them in a different direction, man. You know, especially if we done been there and done that, and if we still alive to still hear talk about the things we've been through. Hopefully, with the intentions of sharing that story, not to glorify it, not to amplify it, not to promote it, not to put it on a pedestal like it's the thing to do, but as a warning, as an example, exactly what not to do and how not to live as a young man, specifically young Black man growing up in urban America. We got to get to a point where we get so tired of this stuff, man, that we make this stuff not cool. Ain't nothing cool about being a gangster. Ain't nothing cool about being a street nigga. Ain't nothing cool about being a gangbanger, a drug dealer, a hitter. That is not manly behavior, man. Real men stay at home, create businesses, go to job if they got one, take care of their family the best way they know how. Legally, for the lack of a better term. Let's go.
This tragic chain of events sheds light on the toxic culture of dissing that has consumed Philadelphia's streets. What began as a lyrical competition in rap has morphed into a deadly game of humiliation and provocation. Words, once a tool for artistic expression, have become weapons, igniting real-world violence with devastating consequences. The glorification of violence through music, social media, and street life perpetuates a cycle where every insult demands retaliation, every grievance escalates, and every loss feeds the flames of anger. The motivations behind this culture are deeply rooted in systemic issues. Generational poverty, lack of access to quality education, and limited opportunities leave many young people feeling trapped. The streets offer them a sense of identity and power, but at a terrible cost. Untreated trauma, depression, and other mental health struggles only deepen the cycle, driving individuals toward destructive behavior as a means of coping. Communities plagued by violence are often left to fend for themselves, with few resources for conflict resolution or support. The story of YNG Cheese, C-Baby, and Noah Scurry is not just a tale of personal tragedy. It is a reflection of a larger societal failure. It is a stark reminder of what happens when systemic neglect collides with a culture that equates respect with dominance and grief with vengeance. Arrests and retaliation offer no solutions. They only perpetuate the cycle, leaving behind shattered families and a community in mourning. The tragedy of Noah Scurry and YNG Cheese highlights the toxic culture of dissing that has become pervasive in cities like Philadelphia. What was once an artistic outlet in rap has transformed into a dangerous game where words can spark real-world violence. Dissing, once a form of lyrical competition, now serves as a weapon to humiliate, provoke, and ultimately escalate conflicts.
And that's
the dumbass
sad, man.
ideology.
That's sad, y'all, man. For real, man. That's sad. You know? That's very sad, y'all. You know, this young brother lost his life, man. You know, trying to live up to an image that is straight corny. Right? And as a person who lived that life, man, and is here to even talk about it, I'm telling you right now, that's nothing I would never push, promote, make it seem like it's cool to our young brothers. I would never do nothing like that. That's why y'all don't hear me really talking about that stuff for real, for real. Right? One of the main reasons why y'all don't hear me talking about that stuff. You know? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Rest in the essence to this young brother. Rest in the essence to YNG Cheese, man. You know? It's a very sad situation. This young brother had a very promising life ahead of him. Right? And only God knows what this young brother would have been able to accomplish had this young brother just took a different direction, man. Right?
They saying I'm big out, so I don't run around with Switchy attached to my lap. I'm more time and right now. If I get to wonder, I'm big, so I'm coming right back. I still got the best going. I'm for this bitch on the ask me like, how you get that? Bitch keep talking about fast break, dicky and niggas that don't even try to get back. The six keep saying my name like Z must not really up all on the stack. Ain't even been out of zone no more. That shit been hot since Mary got clapped. When I'm in that V, somebody get stressed. It's murder for her. What the fuck is the check? Like Jizzy had died. What the fuck be leg? Bounce out on a nigga, got hit in his head. I'm calling the outside to ETA. The whole video know I put BTA. They creating games and y'all know I'm swing, but this nigga I shine his face. I thought the last one was gonna be easy, but he beat the blitz, so we had to go chase. My house broken, I cannot relate. We in the Rolls Royce swinging the Drake. I be on my left first, she gon' fake. We hop out paying the pay for banks. Nigga got left here, ain't too late. Paying the rent.
Music is trash.
I was born in 1998. Of course I know the 90s. This is gonna be cake. Let's go toys. All right,
Imagine living a double life. A life where you're a grade A student with the highest SAT score in your school by day and a gun-wielding homicidal drill artist by night. Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV, might just be a prime example of book smarts not equaling street smarts. I don't think there's a single time where I've seen the tale of two cities unfold in the most crash-out way possible. A genius apparently in the classroom and straight autistic with a Glock on the internet. Bruh straight got a music video with like 10 Glocks with buttons stuffed in a refrigerator door like month-old popsicles. You know, navigating the underworlds of the North Philly drill scene, he became infamous for claiming reg for the son of one of Philly's biggest names, Gillie the Kid.
Triple shooting in Philadelphia's Olney section claimed the life of an up-and-coming musician. The 25-year-old rap artist was known as Young Cheese, and he's the son of well-known influencer Gillie the King.
Bro tried to take his crash-out talents into music, but his ops were not having it. He unfortunately dropped one song and didn't even make it a week before the ops caught him lacking. While his story came to a surprising and bloody conclusion, the nation was captivated by his lore through TMZ articles and blog posts. Honestly, it was hard for anyone to wrap their head around how a 17-year-old basketball star and student athlete could meet his demise in a cold morning in January. However, when you look at the story of the beat surrounding him, the story that led up to putting these YouTube videos dissing the ops up, the story that many believe ties him to the murder of none other than YG Cheese, everything starts to make more sense. So today, we gotta talk about the beef that took out Joker OTB, aka Noah Scurry, one of North Philly's brightest prospects who threw his life away for no reason at all. We gotta get into it right now, but before we do, gang, I'm gonna need you to tap in, man. Check the link in the description for the merch, hit that notification bell so whenever I post, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 100K subs. I know we can get it probably just off this video alone, man. So make sure y'all tap in, and we're gonna get into this one thing at a time. I know you see those memes about YNs and how they be ready to catch a hat for the most minor of inconveniences. While it would be a lie to stereotype and say every YN is on that type shit, there's no doubt in my mind that if you box anyone in a dog-eat-dog environment, they're gonna adapt to their cage to survive. North Philly is one of those places. The type of places that could turn an average bull on the block into a stray demon by the company they keep around them. While this seems unique to just Joker OTB, this is actually by design, with the government intentionally making Philadelphia one of the most segregated cities in the nation. You ever wonder why Philly is so bad for real? Yeah, Philly is in the Northeast, but the government was straight plotting for decades to keep black people in their own little areas with this racist policy called redlining. Basically, TLDR, it all needs.
Yeah, man, it's a sad situation, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the
One week
page.
I went to the dentist 4
Share
days
your
in a row.
social
Ever
engineer,
since then,
man.
I told him, hey, we got to do something different because this ain't
Our
going to
young
work.
brothers
So
is
we
out
ain't
here
contact.
dying, man.
This is Noah Scurry. He was a 17-year-old high school basketball star and a standout student who was killed earlier this week. It was reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer that he had the highest SAT score in his entire school.
He had the highest SAT scores out of everybody he went to school with, his whole school. Noah just wasn't some dumb, bad kid. Although he was a dumb, bad kid. Right? He didn't have to be. You know, he had a lot of things going on for himself. And unfortunately, he was taken out in such a way that when we have to look at this, we got to be like, man, for people to pull tight on him like that at his house, his mama house, on his way to school, that lets you know that they, for one, he was considered a threat, and two, that has some type of respect for his gangster, if you would, because look how they pull tight on the young brother. That's pulling super tight on somebody. If at his mama house, on his way to school, sheesh, man, y'all young brothers, man, our young brothers is crazy out here, man.
He took it. A student at Samuel Fells High School, his principal described him as gifted. In a letter to the school's families, they confirmed that he was a talented student athlete. It was around 7:15 a.m. on January 14th. The 17-year-old was leaving for school when he was gunned down, according to the Philadelphia police, as reported by Fox 29.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning.
Over 20 shell casings were found at the scene. It was reported by the news that he was with his mother when he was shot, as if they were about to get into the car for her to drop him off across town at
20
school.
shots.
Authorities recovered a white Jeep Cherokee on Wednesday morning, the next day abandoned near Summerdale and Godfrey Avenues, approximately 2 miles from where Noah Scurry's home on Rohrer Street in Feltonville, where the deadly shooting took place. According to Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor, the vehicle appeared to have been damaged in the crash. Investigators are currently reviewing additional surveillance footage in hopes of piecing together the events that led to Scurry's death. While no suspects have been named and no motive has been determined, law enforcement officials are working tirelessly to identify the perpetrators. So,
right now, as we've been talking, of course, allegedly, YNGC baby has been implicated in the shooting death of Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV. Right? You know? The link is in the chat. Anybody want to come up, add to this, speak on this? Because this, man, listen. I keep telling y'all about violent radicalization, man. And I also keep telling y'all what the government has planned for violent. They want to eradicate violent radicalization. They want to get rid of it, annihilate it. Let's go.
surveillance footage suggests that at least 2 individuals were inside the Jeep during the shooting. The details of Noah Scurry's final moments paint a grim picture. He had just grabbed his backpack and was stepping into his mother's car when he was ambushed by a barrage of gunfire. More than 20 bullets were fired, as I said, and Noah Scurry was struck multiple times in the chest and abdomen. Despite being rushed to Jefferson Einstein Hospital, he was pronounced dead within minutes. Family members, friends, and classmates were devastated by the sudden and senseless loss. A GoFundMe campaign launched by his cousin seeks to help cover funerals.
And this is the worst part about it too, man, y'all young brothers, man. Y'all young brothers go out and y'all commit these heinous crimes. Y'all beefing with the ops, going on drills, and y'all ain't even got no money. Y'all get locked up, catch these cases, ain't got no bond money, no money to be on your books while you in the who's gal, no lawyer fee money. So y'all get sent up, broke, and get sent straight to the joint. Blade Monger, what's good, boy? He said, how many kids have joined the gang to be able to graduate to the next grade level only to be consumed by the lifestyle? Just one way of how dying to live can turn into a lifestyle of living to die. You know what I'm talking about? Sad situation, y'all, man. Sad situation. You know what I'm saying? The link is in the chat. I got it on the screen. Anybody want to hit the link, come up, speak their piece on this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to continue, man. You know, the only way it's going to stop is if us older gentlemen like myself who've been through this stuff is if we speak on this stuff. And like I said, not only speak on this stuff to create content from it or to gain some type of profit from it, but also to bring awareness, share through our life experiences why this is not the route to go. Like I said, we got to start making this stuff cool, y'all. And it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. You know, the street, hood, gangster, hustler, playboy, killer lifestyle is very intriguing. It's very appealing. Very manipulative. But see, what doesn't get talked about a lot is the other side of that. Going to penitentiary for the rest of your life. Being away from your family, your children, your loved ones, or the ultimate price, getting bodied yourself and not being able to live to your fullest potential because this is how you decide you want to live your life. Like I said, we gotta stop making this stuff cool. We gotta stop championing and pedestalizing this type of lifestyle as if it's cool. Because it's not. Most of us who've been through this lifestyle, there's a lot today to talk about it. We wouldn't dare encourage, entice any young brother to go down that path. Man, listen here, losing loved ones while you up in that prison, man, you up in that who's gal, man, that is the worst, man. Depending on what your crime is and how much time you get, man, you might not even be able to go to the funeral. You know, it's just a tragic situation, man. You know, personally, you know, it's getting out of hand, but it's meant to get out of hand. Because understand this, y'all. When we become so violently radicalized that things that transpire online fall into real life. I mean, when things online transfer into real life offline, here comes HR 1955 with the violent radicalization. And I keep telling y'all that the government wants to eradicate violent radicalization. They don't want to cut back on it. They don't want to monitor it, or should I say, they don't want to, no, they want to eradicate it, annihilate it, do away with it, destroy it. Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel your pain, Blade Mark. I couldn't go to mine. A lot of my loved ones passed when I was in the prison. I was locked up for 6.5, 7 years, man. A lot of my loved ones died while I was in the joint. You know? My grandmother passed while I was in prison. You know? And, you know, like I said, man, it's a very serious situation. It's not nothing to be joking with, nothing to play with, nothing to take lightly. It's definitely not something to make fun of. Y'all young brothers don't even realize that y'all participating in demonic acts, demonic rituals, syncing and linking with the very essence of Lucifer, Satan, the devil through this music, through this drill death music. Right? Let's go, man.
In her heartfelt message, she described Noah as a bright, loving young man with a heart full of kindness.
And see, this is what I'll be talking about, man. You know, parents don't be knowing what their kids be getting into, man. And this is why it's important for us to be involved in every aspect of our children's lives to the best of our ability, especially if we're in a situation where we're not with our child's mother or father. Because when a father's presence is absent, that leaves idle room for the child, especially if he's a young man, to be on some BS, man. Trust me, I know firsthand. Let's go.
Noah, only 17 years old, had such a caring and loving heart, McGlenn wrote. He would do anything for his family, but most of all, for his siblings. Tributes and condolences have poured in across social media, where friends expressed their grief and shared memories of the teen. Speechless, I love you, one friend posted alongside photos of Noah Scurry. At Samuel Fells High School, where Scurry excelled both academically and athletically, the loss has been profoundly felt. He was known for his sharp intellect and athletic prowess, which the news heavily focused on shortly after his passing. Scurry was an advanced placement or AP student, the highest SAT scorer in his school, and a standout point guard on the basketball team. On Wednesday, January 15th, the school created a supportive environment for grieving students, providing counseling services and a quiet space in the auditorium for students.
And see, this is what I'm saying, y'all. This stuff has a very severe domino effect. You know, not only is his family devastated, his community devastated, but also this is very shocking to the psyche of young children. Y'all got to understand where stuff like this is leading to, man. This is what I be talking about when I talk about violent radicalization, ideologically based violence, homegrown terrorism. Pretty soon, what you're going to start seeing in the news is when stuff like this occurs, they're going to start labeling these young brothers as terrorists. They're going to start saying that drill music, drill culture, gangster street culture is violently radicalizing people. And according to HR 1955, the U.S. government wants to eradicate violent radicalization. They want to eradicate homegrown terrorism. They want to eradicate violent radicalization. Which means they want to get rid of it completely, destroy it. And I always talk about HR 1955, y'all, because I want y'all to understand that this legislation, understand what I'm saying to y'all, this legislation, HR 1955, is going to be the catalyst legislation that is going to be being used against all of us. Understand that all of us can be considered a homegrown terrorist. All of us could potentially be accused of spreading ideologically based violence. Therefore, we could be accused of violent radicalization. And it's happening on so many levels, y'all. Not just on this level. Think about what Trump on January 6th. That's violent radicalization, ideologically based violence, homegrown terrorism. The internet was a major tool used to spread the ideologically based violence that led to many people being violently radicalized, therefore turning them into homegrown terrorists, aka storming the Capitol on January 6th. And I want y'all to understand why it is so serious. I want y'all to understand what precedent is being set. I want y'all to understand the playing field that's being cleared. Right? More stories like this pop up. The more they pop up, the more they can implement these protocols. Next thing you know, man, people are going to be getting locked up for the stuff they say. They don't know if you're just an artist expressing artistically through your words certain scenarios that could potentially possibly take place in an urban setting, or if you are actually or had actual witting involvement in this activity. See, just because you rap about some gangster shit don't mean you doing or have done some gangster shit. But with this legislation coming into full fruition, implementation, it ain't gonna matter. If you talk about doing gangster shit, you're gonna be treated like a person that actually does gangster shit, and they're gonna hold your ass accountable for that. Let's go.
To mourn. In an Instagram post, school officials reminded the community of the importance of kindness and mutual support. The greatest gift of support we have is each other, the school wrote. Be kind to each other today and always. Monique Braxton, a spokesperson for the school district, said that Noah was the kind of student that everyone wants. Noah Scurry's social media was filled with basketball highlight reels that showcased his skills on the court, where he effortlessly crossed over defenders, executed smooth layups, and nailed three-point shots. His undeniable talent was matched only by his bright future, a future now tragically cut short. The broader context of Noah Scurry's death is part of the Philly daily reminder of a persistent gun violence plaguing the city. According to Jackie Golden of the city controller's office, there have been 30 shooting victims in the city this year, 5 of whom were 18 years or younger.
There's been 30 shootings in Philadelphia already, and it's only January 20th. It's January 20th, 2025, and there's already been 30 murders in Philadelphia. That's like 1.2 bodies a day. Crazy, man. How long y'all think the American government is going to put up with this? How many more people have to die very tragic lives like Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV, did before they start implementing these protocols in real time, out in the open? How many more schools got to get shot up? Yeah, man. How many more ops got to get slid on because some young niggas is having words with each other online over who got the most bodies or who got the biggest poles or sticks, paws? I really do feel sorry for our young brethren, man. They are gone. I try to sit up here and talk to some of these young brothers and have an actual, genuine conversation with them. Young brothers is fried, man. They don't know no better, and how sad to say this, most of them don't want to know no better. And I think that's sad. Let's go, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Let's go.
As the investigation into Noah Scurry's death continues, his memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. His life, marked by academic excellence, athletic talent, and a caring spirit, is a painful reminder of the urgent need to address the violence claiming young lives in Philadelphia and beyond.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning. That's where we find NBC 10's Matt DeLucia live at the scene. What do we know about the victim, Matt, and any suspects in this case?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Johnny, homicide investigators are still here at the scene. They've been here all morning. You can see the tape is still up, and the shooting itself happened in this narrow driveway behind the 5000 block of Rohrer Street. This is just off the boulevard. And as you mentioned, this happened around 7:15 this morning. Police showed up here. They found the 17-year-old who had been shot several times throughout his body. The young man was rushed to Einstein, and he died just after 7:30. Now, earlier, we could see a backpack and a shirt laying on the street. But as of right now, police have not made any arrests, but they did find a gun out here. And as investigators are going through this area, they're also going door to door, trying to get some surveillance video, trying to get some idea of who may have pulled this trigger and killed the 17-year-old right as the sun was coming up here along Rohrer Street.
Right as the sun was coming up, Jack. Right? Man, listen, man. Rest in the essence to that young brother. You know, very unfortunate situation. Very sad situation. But let this be a lesson, man. Not only to you young brothers out there who may be in the streets and living this similar lifestyle, thinking it's cool. Like I said, it's only so long you're going to be working for the devil before he come and collect, or you can make a deal with him before he come and collect on his debt. Right? And you owe. And you don't know what time that's going to be. It could be years from now. It could be the day after you done made the deal. So keep that in mind, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Tomorrow night, we will be going in E&E Sports Tuesday. Y'all know what it is. We're right back at it. We will be discussing Bills Nation. Shout out to the Bills. We will be discussing tonight's game, Ohio State versus Notre Dame in the national championship. Tap in, walk with us, man. Look, appreciate all the support. Everybody that's subscribing new to the page. Everybody that's tapping in and walking with me. Look, I appreciate all the support, y'all. Don't make no mistake. I love it and I appreciate it. I'm going to keep grinding, keep doing my thing. We'll keep bringing y'all this uncut content. Keep bringing y'all the breakdown of these things from a perspective that just will never be spoken from on lamestream media, right? And we got to support each other. Support black male media. Support independent content creators. Support Black-owned business. Support. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, sharing social engineering, hit that super chat, hit that super gift, super thanks, all that on your way out. You know what I'm saying? A couple of ones, beat a couple of nuns any day. You know what I'm saying? We over here working, man, making this content for y'all. And I love it. I appreciate it. Like I said, all the support. Man, y'all young brothers out there, man, fall back, man. Go to school, man. Get you a job, get you a trade. Figure something out. Use your skills and your talents to boost you to success, man. This whole street shit, we gotta dead this street lifestyle, this hood man, this hood nigga, dope boy, gangster mentality. We gotta get rid of that, y'all. We have to get rid of that image. It has not served us. Not in a positive way anyway. It's not cool. It's not what's up. It ain't lit. Talk to anybody serving time in the joint right now and ask them if they could go back and do it all over again. Would they have done it the same way? No, they would have did something different. Whatever it is that led them to going to the joint or being in the joint, they would have done the opposite of that. Trust me. So y'all young brothers out here who living y'all's lives out here in these streets, man. Living this drill lifestyle, man. Nothing from nothing leads to nothing. Or every time, Blade Monger. Every single time. I'm not saying this because I'm moral finger wagging. I'm not saying this because I'm telling y'all from experience, man. I'm just a guy that's still alive. The very fact that I'm still alive and breathing lets me know that the Most High has something different planned for my life. Because according to, if me being alive today was going to be predicated off of things I've done in my life up until now, I would have been dead 20 times. So if you've been through some tumultuous, you hear me, dysfunctional, traumatic stuff, and you made it through all of that, and you still holding on to your sanity, as a man, you holding on to your manhood, right? That means you're here for a reason. Understand that, because so many people ain't here. Young Noah Scurry's no longer here. YNG Cheese no longer is here. P&B Rock is no longer here. And rest of the essence to any other young brother who lost their lives as a result of being connected or affiliated with such things as our young brother Noah Scurry was. Right? I hope y'all young brothers pay attention to stuff like this. I hope y'all guys, we listen to the young boy, man. Some of y'all young brothers is tying it up. Some of y'all young brothers is starting to get it and realize that this ain't it. Promoting this deaf culture, we're gonna be extinct in a couple years. We keep going this route. We keep going at this rate, man. We're gonna be extinct, man. I just want to leave y'all brothers with that, man. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. And I'm gonna leave us with this song right here to get some encouragement to y'all young brothers, man. You know, y'all young brothers, look at yourselves a little bit more different, man. You know what I'm saying? Value your life, cherish your life. You know, what I notice amongst our young brethren nowadays is they don't have no respect or value for life. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I noticed amongst our young brethren, man. They don't have no value, respect for life. None. Not even their own. So we can't expect for them to have respect for anything else. You get some young boys who don't give a damn about their own life. You can't expect them to give 2 single F's about your life or that of your loved ones. But I also think that love is all the answer, meaning that a lot of our young brothers who succumb to this lifestyle, they come from a certain demographic. So now when we're addressing this, we have to get to the root of the problem. And the root falls back on us, brothers. We got to be in the household. We got to be involved in our children's lives, our sons and our daughters. Right? Because this stuff is going to continue to happen, unfortunately. Unfortunately, even in Philly, especially in Philly, unfortunately, this is going to happen again. It don't have to happen. But due to drill culture, it's going to perpetuate. So, you know, man, tap in, walk with us tomorrow night. We're going in, E&E Sports. Beautiful week of sports to wrap up tomorrow. And we're going to get straight to it, man. Thank you all for tapping in, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Sharing social engineer, man. We out.
Yes, sir. What question is? Going to hurt.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I fired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopy. Caught him on film, flow tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I keep the heat like 10 million blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep
kings.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas do to use the whole. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. Yeah. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Get it. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in a cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked, you this was just fuck. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.